Hi everyone! You've asked me many questions about this book and the creation process behind it, and I'm hoping to answer some of them in this video. The title of this book in English means Plants That Talk, Animals That Sing, and it's not only the most recently published book I worked on, but definitely one of my favorite ones I've illustrated so far. It's a non-fiction publication for children that focuses on animals and plant communication. For me, as an illustrator, the process started when the publishing house got in touch with me. The publishing house is based in Spain and they make beautiful books for children. Once we talked over all the details, got all the administration part out of the way, I read the author's script. The theme is all about nature and animals, so it's something that I have loads of experience with. We agreed on a schedule, number and dates of revisions beforehand, and I was good to start sketching. Every illustrated book consists of written word and the visual part. Usually, apart from the author's text, an illustrator will receive a creative brief, including relevant indication, pointers of what should be illustrated and where. A brief can be extremely detailed, or it can also be more vague, roughly mentioning elements or loosely proposing them, leaving it up to the artist. In case of this book, I got tons of creative freedom. I received the text layout from the editors, where the book text is divided into blocks and organized on all the pages. On some pages, there were some short notes from the editors, but on most, the text and its placement were my only guide and indication of what should be shown, which allowed me to fully explore my artistic vision of the book. And that's definitely many artists' dream, to just be able to approach the text freely, assessing how the illustrations might complete it in the best possible way. Now, depending on the book project, sometimes the publishers or the illustrators themselves want to see a storyboard. A storyboard is a must behind every short animation, a graphic novel, and sometimes for illustrated books. In general, the more illustrations the book contains, the bigger the need of creating a storyboard. And as this book is fully illustrated, I also created a very rough storyboard. This allowed the publishers to see my overall idea for the book and make sure the pages' visuals vary and flow nicely. It also helps to avoid repeated monotone compositions, see the direction the artist is taking and their approach. There was a nice division between pages when it comes to habitats, animals or species the author was focusing on, which guided my decisions as to what to show. Very often, a few spreads or pages are needed to be finished in color as part of the sales materials. I also prepared 2 spreads way ahead of time for the publishers to use for sales purposes. I especially loved this underground scene, which was one of the first artworks I created for the book. The suspicious seagull, tiny moles and worms coexisting all together. Once I finished all the black and white sketches, I received publishers' and editors' feedback and continued working in color. Since the book is packed with information, my goal was to present it in a way that is simple, fun, and accessible to the younger audience. And, of course, to create vibrant illustrations that would make the book's pages overflow with color and vitality, highlighting the diversity of nature. That's why the animals in the book are very expressive, colorful, the plants are simplified to their essence. When it comes to the cover, sometimes the illustrators are asked for it at the very beginning, and sometimes at the very end of the creative process, depending on the sales strategy of each publishing house. In this case, I created the cover after making the interior illustrations, which I prefer. Here my idea was to include some of the animals that are mentioned in the book, in a playful way, almost as if they were playing hide and seek with the reader, inviting to find out more about them and their habitats. Surrounded by lush flora, I think the cover is very eye-catching and goes with the book content very well. This is definitely one of my favorite books I illustrated. It's educational but fun at the same time, easy to read and learn. I enjoyed working on it so much, the collaboration with the publishers was awesome, and I really hope you love it as much as I do.